Good money. Where are you going? Come back left. Left. Good. Tuck. There you go.
All right, guys, perfect. So what we're gonna do today, we are gonna go through a round of drills for handstand walking. We are gonna start on the floor and eventually make our way to the wall. If you were in Nelson's pull-up clinic, he did a really good job of trying to make you guys understand that you're gonna be doing a round of drills that you may hit a stop gate. What does that mean? That means you hit a point where it's like, okay, this is really hard for me. This is where my skill stops. This is where I'm gonna stop and work for a while. So a lot of the drills that we're gonna do are on the wall. Some of them are going to be off the wall. So don't feel discouraged if you're not able to get off the wall today, if your handstand walks are not perfect, okay? So the first thing that we are gonna do is we are gonna work on our shape, because handstand walking is really, really a master of balance and shapes. So we're gonna do this in two different ways. So I'm gonna show you two different things. First thing is gonna be, you're gonna be on your back and we are going to make essentially a hollow position. So what I want you to do is I want your palms against the wall, I want your feet pointed, and what I want you to do is I want you to push your palms into the wall as if you are upside down, trying to stand nice and tall. So my back is flat, I'm not arched here, so I'm making sure that that rib cage is nice and tucked, and I'm in a nice straight, essentially hollow position, okay? So go ahead and do that for me, please. Go ahead and do about like 3 to 5 second holds, and we'll do a couple reps of that. When you guys are doing this, make sure that your hands are above your head, no wide stances here. What I'm gonna have you guys do now, go ahead and watch me. So I'm gonna do the same thing, but now I'm just gonna be facing down. So when we are in our handstand walking position, make sure your hands are just above your head. I don't wanna see your hands out here, okay? When we're out here, we really won't have that much support when we're actually inverted on our hands freestanding. So I want your guys' hands nice and close together. So what it's gonna look like is you are gonna have your hands pressed up against, you are pushing into the wall, you are looking straight down, and you have a nice straight body position, okay? So I'm gonna have you hold 3 to 5 seconds and then relax. We're gonna do a couple of those. There you go. You guys should feel tension through your whole body like it's one big, long, tight string. What did you guys feel during that? Did you guys feel the tension throughout your entire body when you were doing that? You should feel pretty tight, okay? We want to be able to replicate that moving forward. So that was working on the positions that we want to be able to maintain when we're in our handstand. So now we are going to do the same thing inverted against the wall. So what we are going to do is we are going to kick up against the wall, and I want you just to focus on pushing tall and doing a scap push-up against the floor. So if you came to Nelson's pull-up clinic, we worked on scap pull-ups. Now we're doing the opposite. We are now doing scap push-ups, okay? So you are pushing tall, those elbows are staying nice and locked, and you are pushing straight through your shoulder blades, okay? So what it's gonna look like is this. And keep in mind, when I'm doing this, my hands are not as wide as they are during handstand push-up. In handstand walks, we are gonna come a little bit more narrow, okay? So I'm going to come upside down, and I'm in my nice straight body position. I am pushing tall, and I feel tension throughout my whole body. What I am doing here is I am tucking my rib cage, squeezing my butt, keeping my core tight, okay? So go ahead and try that for me. Good, and take a break, you guys. Good. So some of the things that I'm seeing is I am seeing that we are a little bit wider in our handstand holds here, okay? I do really want to focus on coming a little bit more narrow, because once we do start handstand walking, you're not going to be able to keep balance if your hands are wider like this. So we're going to try again. I want to make sure that we have that nice tight body position, and then hands are stacked above our heads, okay? Let's try one more time for me. Good. Beautiful. Nice. Keep those elbows locked out. Good. Beautiful. And relax. Do you guys feel what that feels like to push tall through your hands, through your shoulder blades? Okay. What's that? Yes, I know. I know it's tough, especially because we're inverted too. So we have our whole entire body weight and we are inverted doing that as well. Okay. Is everyone good so far? Is everyone at a point right now where they feel like we can keep moving forward? So what we are going to do next, guys, we are going to move on to some weight shifts, okay? So we are still going to be up against the wall, and we are now going to be shifting weight from side to side in that same position that we were just in. So when we're doing this, we don't necessarily have to lift our hands up just yet. I want you guys just to practice shifting your hands side to side and shifting your weight. So that way you can feel what it feels like. So if I were to go against the wall, this is what it looks like. So I have weight in my left hand right now. I have weight in my right hand, left hand, right hand. And when we are doing this, again, it's really, really important that you are still pushing tall throughout the entire movement. You are keeping those elbows locked out. Again, try to keep those hands in towards you close, because the further out you are, you're not going to be able to really shift your weight, okay? So let's go ahead and try that for me. Good job, guys. How did that feel? Did you feel like you were able to maintain all of the positions we have already been talking about? So all of these drills should be building on one another, right? We're getting kind of a little bit further with what we're doing, okay? So the next one, if we feel comfortable, we are going to start doing a little hand lift, okay? Not quite a shoulder tap, but a hand lift. So what that requires is that we have weight in our hand that we can then lift our other hand off the ground, okay? So what it looks like is this. Okay? So if we had trouble with the weight shifts, if we're not super confident with the weight shifts, let's play there for a little bit. If we feel good and we feel like we had a good position with the weight shifts and you got the okay, let's try lifting. These drills really do build upon each other. So it does kind of give you the idea that, all right, cool, this was really hard, but the last one might have been really easy, right? So we'll kind of keep moving and grooving with that. So if you guys have already reached your limit of where we're at for skills today, we are going to keep playing with that. We are going to keep building a little bit as well, but keep in mind, you guys are going to be upside down for a good bit of time today because we're still kind of moving through. So we are going to keep working, okay? So what we are going to do next is we are going to do shoulder taps if we are confident moving on to the next thing. So when I do shoulder taps, personally what I do is I touch the shoulder. If I'm here, I'm touching this shoulder here, okay? You can go to opposite shoulder. I think it's easier to just touch the one that you are lifting up from, okay? So again, building off of what we've already been doing, we are now building from shifting our weight, lifting our arm, and tapping. So what that looks like is so. So let's work through this slowly, guys. You do not have to move super quick. Really think about where your body is in space, okay? Really think about where you're putting your weight. And do you feel safe lifting your other arm off the ground, okay? Keep in mind the wall is behind you, so you do have support, but let's give it a go if you feel good. Guys, when you guys are doing this, make sure you keep pushing tall and you are keeping those shoulder blades active. Keep pointing those toes. Okay. You guys look awesome. We've been doing a lot of stuff on the wall. I hope everyone's not too tired just yet. But we are going to take ourselves off the wall and we are going to do some assisted walking. So CJ and I are going to be grabbing some PVCs. You guys will get some rest. We'll form two lines and we'll have you guys kick up into this, into a PVC, and we'll walk with you guys, okay? Does everyone feel good? All right, I'm going to go out here. You know the drill. Oh.
Went a little bit backwards.
Beautiful. Keep going. Good. Beautiful. Good. Nice. Oh, moving a little bit. Trying to not steer you into the ramp. Good job. Nice.
Unlike walking, where we propel ourselves forward, right, with our feet, when we handstand walk, It's more like Buzz Lightyear, and it's falling with style, okay? And so you are moving, and your weight is bringing you forward, and your hands are catching you. Now, the way that we want to teach it is more like gymnastics, which you see someone that's like, boop, and they just do their little walk, and then they propel themselves forward. None of us are going to walk like that. We are all going to fall, and we are going to let our weight pull us forward, and we're going to replace our hands, and that's how it's going to work, okay? So you have to be comfortable with your feet getting on this side of your center of gravity to pull you forward. And so be okay with your feet pulling you forward, right? That's how this drill works, okay? If you're straight up and down, you're going to have to push yourself forward, and you're just going to fall backwards. You're just going to put your feet back to the ground, okay?
Something that I've also seen a lot is when people are inverted, what will happen is they're trying to look so far ahead of them, right, that their head gets them out of position to be able to continue to walk. So think about looking just straight, like just in front of you or straight below you. That'll help keep your head in a good position so that we can continue to propel forward. Good. Good. There you go. That was good. That was good.
So to get out of the handstand, one, you have to be comfortable falling forward. We never want to roll totally forward, but if we happen to, if you happen to just come straight over, I'm not going to demo it because it's super uncomfortable. Don't reach your feet because then you'll flop. Just tuck. But that's not, we're going to teach how to spin out, okay? So when we kick up into a handstand, we walk, and then we turn, and then we just come down. It's that simple. So you feel like you're falling. We want to fall. We want to fall. We want to do everything we can to keep our momentum going forward. And if we feel like we're going to fall, just turn and let the feet fall out to the side. Okay? All right. Who here feels uncomfortable falling forward? Raise your hand. Uncomfortable? Okay. So we're going to practice that first before we even practice walking forward. Because if we don't feel comfortable falling forward, we're never going to get our feet far enough in front of us to actually move forward. Does that make sense? Right? Okay, all right, let's try it. You're gonna kick up, I'm gonna grab your feet, okay? I'm gonna tilt you forward, and you're gonna spin out to the left, and just come down. It's gonna happen, I promise. Okay, kick up, I'm gonna grab your feet and hold you. Good, okay? I'm gonna tilt you forward and spin. There you go.
Oh, that feels good, that feels good. Okay, all right, yeah.
Happens pretty naturally when you don't overthink it, right? But you gotta spin. If you don't spin, you're gonna collapse, which is fine, and it doesn't hurt that bad. It's just more like embarrassing. You're just like, oh, smack, cool? Wait to get into position. The PVC pipe does a good job of that. Now the PVC pipe is gonna pull you more forward than you're gonna walk, but it's a good kind of balance. But you have to wait for your feet to get up before you start walking. Up, and then we go. All right? So wait, then walk, okay? There you go. All right, so as we get there, right, so Slater had balance, then started to make a slow adjustment, super arched. When you feel like you're gonna fall, a good quick adjustment that you can do, tuck your chin. That's gonna shift your weight forward. When you look up or you look to the ground, your back arches more, and we start shifting more weight behind our center of gravity. Does that make sense? Right, but if we tuck our chin, the belly comes in naturally and the feet will lean over a little bit further. So if you feel stuck, tuck the chin and you'll start to fall forward more, and then we start replacing the hands of where we were standing. Good? I'm gonna try and go upstairs. Don't do too much because we're gonna do our thing. So let's do like no more than 5 more minutes, okay? Good. Good, so wait for the feet to pull you forward, okay? Tuck the chin just a little bit. Your position is great. This is where like, I think the perfect straight up and down position is at a disadvantage for people that didn't do that very aggressively as a child, because you have to propel yourself, and that's really hard to figure out without falling backwards. So let the feet come forward a little bit more than where they are, okay? And tuck your chin. Good, wait, there we go, good. Good, yep, keep falling, money. Good, hell yeah, good, perfect. Tuck, good, tuck the chin, there we go, nice. That was awesome, great work.
Okay.
Good.
If you want to support WODprep and you want to sleep better, go grab a bag of Thirdsy. Thirdsy is the only supplement I've ever promoted, and that's honestly because it's the only name brand supplement that I take. It has all the ingredients that I used to take in a bunch of different pills and powders and stuff like that, all combined into one simple scoop. You take this 60 minutes before bed, and it will help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep throughout the night and wake up feeling refreshed. Use the code WODprep15. I promise, if you've struggled with sleeping in the past, this will change the game. It's really helped me. And the key here is it is melatonin free. You don't want to be taking melatonin every single night. That messes with your hormones. Don't do it. Take a melatonin free sleep aid. It's going to help you sleep better. Thirdsy is the one that I use. And if you want to help support this seminar and this show and the WODprep YouTube channel, go to Thirdsy, use the code WODprep15. You'll sleep better, you'll get a discount, and you'll help support the show and our amazing sponsors.
There you go. Good. Pull the feet back, money. That was 12 feet. Yeah. It was awesome. Money. All right, here we go. Jeff, you're next. Good. Weight on the hands. There you go. That's okay. That's all right. Good. Just wait initially. Okay. Right? And I want you to try and bring your feet together a little bit. So your legs are just a little, they're just too spread. Okay. Right? And so a little harder to control there. Right? It's hard to obviously like be proprioceptively aware when you're upside down. Yeah. Right? But weight on the feet. Try and keep the feet just a little more together. Okay? And feel them almost like more bend in the knee instead of bend or wide in the legs. Okay? Let's try it one more time. There you go. Good. Good. Money. That was a bazillion times better. Yeah, way better. Yeah, everything was better, right? That left leg is going to be kind of your like your governor, right? That left leg sort of wants to spin out, and it's the one that is moving a lot. Okay, so as you start to feel more comfortable, you'll feel that what's probably going to happen is that leg is going to probably bend a little bit more than your right leg, and it's going to be the one that pulls you forward, which is fine. Okay. Cool. Thanks. All right, let's see it, Evan. When you kick up from now, the momentum is good. You want that. You're just moving your hands too early. I just want you to wait to move your hands until you feel like your feet are further along in the kick. Does that make sense? Wait. Now go. There you go. That was better. Good. It's okay. That was much better. That was good. Patient, small hand steps. All right, let's see it, Linda. Not bad. There you go. Not bad. Two things that I would don't worry about the legs. The legs are fine. I'd like the head, and I want to see you try and stack as you walk, your hands get wider. Okay. And they get more and more and more bent, right? So your initial start was good. Okay. Just be a little more patient for your first step, okay? And really focus on keeping the hands narrow, and don't worry about the head for right now. Just keep the hands under you. Wait, good. Hands under you. There you go. Better. Now tuck the chin. Now tuck. Tuck your chin. That's all right. So when I say that, I want you to think of almost trying to pull your head under. That's gonna, when you get stuck, you're getting stuck. Your knees are super bent, which is totally fine, right? Someone will say it's not. I don't give a shit. It's fine, right? When you feel like you're stuck, tuck that chin, that whole head, the whole posture, and what that's going to do is that's going to give you that momentum to kind of like re-kickstart your pattern. Okay? Good. Money. Where are you going? Come back left. Left. Good. Tuck. There you go. Nice. Yeah, well, you took off that way. Those are great. Those are great. Hey, keep your hands under you. They're a little wide. Like you have the mobility, so like keep your stack it over your shoulders. Yeah, so like you're out here like this, keep it here, and you'll feel way better. Okay. Good, come back down, just wait on your hands, okay? Wait till you feel like you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna fall, and then move the hands. Now go, there you go, that's okay. That's all right. It's no fun, but it's all right, but that's better, okay? So now we just find that there's a middle point somewhere in there, right? Okay, I like the small hand movements, okay? Find that kick up to where it doesn't take you straight over. Wait, there you go, now go, that's okay. Now it's just finding a little bit of balance in the legs. So it's just finding the feet. Everything else looks fine, right? When you get up, the feet are just shifting.
Shifting too much.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they can go here all day long, but like your whole hip is like going just left or right, right? So think of just reaching them to the ceiling with both toes. Okay.
Got it.
There you go. Good. Smaller hand movements. Fast is fine. There you go. It's all right. Come down. Just rush a little bit. That's it. When we start, yeah, you just rush, right? I think you would benefit with your hands. You have your hands perfectly straight. I think just a little turnout, you're going to feel a lot more balance. What happens is you don't have like the best wrist range of motion. So when they're perfectly straight, what happens? They're going to push you back.
Yeah.
Right? So like if they're just out a little bit, you're going to be a lot more balanced, right? So think of like index finger forward. Okay. Right? Which is just this, it's like 20 degrees, right? And that's going to help. That's going to stop pushing on you to push backwards like when you're stacked overhead. Because if the wrist is here, I have terrible wrist range of motion too, right? So if I'm perfectly straight and I'm stacked, my wrist angle is pushing me back. So if this was on the ground, look at the angle that it is. It's pushing me away. Right? Does it make sense? Okay, so just turn them out just a little bit. I think it'll help. There you go. A little bit more. That's okay. Practice that. I think that'll really help. The right hand does it naturally. The left hand doesn't want to do it. It wants to stay straight, just from habit. Yep, that's all right. I mean, it's just fine. Just walk. Don't worry so much about being perfect upside down. There you go. Now walk. Good. Very nice. Good. You can start to tuck your chin now. There we go. It's all right. Good. Good. They look nice. They look really good. Yeah, good.